science fiction movies, especially if they involve a little cannibalism. Who can forget those funky Morlocks in the Time Machine growing hippies as beef cattle? How could you not be touched by Don Johnson cooking the girl for Benji and himself at the end of A Boy and His Dog? And the moment Charlton Heston realizes that Soylent Green is grandpa? Well, that's just classic. More recently, I found Viggo Mortensen's effort to keep himself and the kid from being eaten in the road rather joyless. But that's just me. Meanwhile, in the real world, the truth is catching up with sci-fi. The global population is heading for 9 billion. The climate is crashing. I can taste those crispy biscuits of recycled human flesh already. Food is going to be a big problem in the coming decades. Per capita world grain inventories are currently lower than in ancient Rome. A third of the world's fisheries have collapsed. The glaciers are melting. Droughts are claiming the farmlands for the deserts. And right now, 1 billion of us are starving, while another couple of billion are bellying to the buffet for their first surf and turf. Yikes! But food shortages seem to get less airtime than a bad bass on the Whistler ski hills. I guess we figure Canadians will just get top dollar for our wheat, canola, and soybeans. And we probably will if we don't sell off our fertilizer first. Never wanting to let a good crisis go to waste, global capitalism is all over the coming food shortage. BHP Billiton, an Anglo-Australian resource corporation, has made a takeover bid for Canada's Saskatchewan Potash Corporation, the world's biggest producer of fertilizer. The potash czars wisely rebuffed the offer, stating, "The BHP Billiton proposal is a highly opportunistic and ill-disguised attempt to exploit an anomaly in the equity market valuation of Potash Corp." Good call on shareholder value, but I don't detect a deep passion for feeding the nation. BHP is now charming Canadian regulators with their idea that the hostile takeover would be a net benefit to Canada. And I'm a bit worried our regulators will buy this bullshit, itself a form of fertilizer. These are the same regulators that sold our aluminum, nickel, oil, and just about everything else we have to foreign corporations. And we know just how much net benefit Canadians have gotten from, say, Vale Inco. If humanity expects to survive, it needs to resolve the issues surrounding population, carbon, climate, and food. And while we get our global shit together, we're going to need food every day. Potash isn't just another mineral chip in the global casino economy. It's food. If we learn nothing from Enron browning out the California energy market and from subprime lending banks trashing the world economy, we'd better learn some lessons before we recklessly gamble with our kids' future food. The prime directive of any state has got to be feeding the nation. Actually, now would be an opportune time to nationalize the Potash Corporation in the name of national food security. But that would be science fiction, right? So maybe we just better get used to being the most reliable source of each other's protein. In Toronto, I'm Humberto da Silva, and I'm about to enjoy a nice fresh bar of Soylent Rex.